triplet, great blocking. He's going to get the first under the route, and he will step out of bounds, and they're going to call late hit. Wide open. Can he get this? Try to throw this up. Dave's right there. Oh, never mind. Somebody smelled the pick six in the chat. Big search warrant. Touchdown could win. And McKinnon here of a game. But Mo got it done in this one. Comes across in the clutch. It's his back there ball, though, and the Dolphins. He's going to throw the ball here, and look what the defense. And he will get knocked down. With the football. 2 consecutive fumbles. Got right there to say. The pick, big catch right there by Mike Wood. Throw it wide open there to Collins, and he will go to X-Factor activated. Will get the first down, stays in, and that's gonna be. Got to take advantage of them all, and this is a good way to take it. Wow, I mean, knows about Snipes. He'll continue rocking. Here we go, third down and 750. I thought he was gonna get it in there, but no. First and goal, and I came here thus far, folks. The one, and Mills gonna throw it here. It's worth a shot. And Bryce almost gets sacked. That Godwin with a fantastic read. That's going to be caught. That's a beautiful catch there. To really take advantage. He's right there, and he will, as he gets it, get up. Herbert back, quick pass. Up there by Johnson, and there he goes. Johnston. Jameer Gibbs. Oh, he's right there. He and a speedster. Oh, decides not to. That's going to be pin spin all to me. Again. Gets to claim, hey. Because I'm doing what I want to do with Barkley. I'm doing for that one. He's got 3 of them things. One, and that's gonna be picked. Talk about an XP pool of 400 yards rushing. 7 great first 2. First down. Back out. First and 10 now here at the 48-yard line. A lot of time left, and he's going to try. Wow. Oh, Kadarius Toney. What? Count of 20 at the 14-yard line. Big play right there by Duke. The drag play. Good job there. That's going to be a front. Picks out the man of God. Oh, my goodness. What a... Guys are not wasting any time in this game here to the left for a moment and gets Brandon Ayuk wide open. Run. More. Almost there, and that ball just got high. Running in the crib. There he gets hit. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, you know the Cardinals. On the sideline and get knocked out. I don't know what in the world happened there. So another solid. Oh, wow, he lets him get in. I don't know. That was Ayo. Omfl family, what is good, everybody? Welcome back, everybody. We got the Madden 24 team reveal show about to go down here right now. I am your boy Snipes. Guys, we appreciate y'all tuning in, man. It is that time. We are about to get to this thing here. And again, guys, look, this is just so everybody has an understanding as to what we are doing here on Snipes TV. If you've never seen a team reveal show here done before, matter of fact, let me put my face here real quick so everybody understands kind of what's going on here. So if you've never seen a team reveal show here, you know, we basically put on people a little bit and you know, and talk to everybody within the league and you know, to some people within the league for that matter. They may have some people that may want to get in a call, whatever, you know what I mean? And, you know, talk a little talk, as long as they keep it clean. You know what I mean? But nonetheless, it's that time. We're ready for this game. Look, I'm so used to saying game. Y'all don't laugh at me, all right? Look, it's going to be a couple times today, all right? And I got some guests here, guys, okay? I got some guests here. So I'm going to introduce my guests in just a minute, but I'm letting my guests know ahead of time. that sometimes you're gonna hear me say game because I'm just so used to doing a game. All right, I'm so used to it. This is not a game, but it's about the game. Let's just put it like that. Let's put it like that. So, all right. So first and foremost, all right. So a couple things. Number one, let me introduce the panel that we have here. You're not gonna see their faces, but you will hear their beautiful voices. Big shout out to my man Emo in the building. Emo, what's good, brother?
Hey, what's up, Snipes?
What's going on? What's going on? I got Dorian in the building as well too. D, what's good, bro?
Hey, what's going on, bro?
Maintainer can't complain. And I got my man Cali Buck in the building also. Cali, what's good, brother?
Hey, Snipes, good to be on, man. Thanks.
Indeed. So look, so Cali, we're gonna start with you here, okay? We're gonna start with you here. So we need people to understand what the brand is all about. All right, we want people to kind of understand what's going on with the brand. So tell everybody about the OMFL and how they got started and everything else.
Yeah, for sure, man. I think it's a good opportunity to just fill everyone in. I'm pretty sure everyone's familiar, but hey, it's our 15th year, you know? There's a lot of leagues that don't last 15 months. So, you know, our roots go back all the way to 2001. We have a couple of guys that were in the original league on a PC. You know, they stay together. About 2009 is when we all made a transition to PlayStation. It would be PlayStation 3 at that point. I wasn't even in the league. I don't think Emo, and definitely not Dorian. So they all started the league in 2009. I came in about 2011 or so. Emo came on maybe about the same time. But it was good. I mean, it was hard to get in. I had a friend put me in here, and man, it was the best thing ever. I was tired of joining leagues and having them fold a few months after, or investing time into a team, making trades, signing free agents just to like play the CPU because owners would leave or get kicked out. So this was it, man. Like it was the best league around. So, you know, around 2016 or so, during the whole time from 2009 to about 2016, we had Saints Dave, SD, we had DJ Dunn, and this third individual, I'm not going to say his name, you know, running the league, doing a great work, you know. But in 2016, you know, life gets hard. DJ Dunn has to step down. This third individual is not into it anymore. So that's it. That's it for us. You know, it was a good run, about 6 or 7 years.
Yeah.
And everyone's saying goodbye. We're good. Hey, where are we going to go and play? We're all looking for different leagues. I had no interest in running any type of league. I didn't want any drama. But to keep it short, you know, that summer we all got together and we're like, hey, man, there is no way we can let this go. So Emo jumped on, SD, you know, wanted to keep going, and then I jumped on and we kept it alive, and here we are, you know, 15th year. It's good, you know. Dorian was added to the team. We lost Saints Dave, we lost SD a couple years ago, but Dorian jumped on, and man, it's been one of the best things that ever happened to us. We don't miss a beat, and the three of us have just kept this going on 15 years. But you know, it's easy because the core of owners that we have, I mean, they just come back year after year. I didn't do it for 2 years, but I just did it real quick last year. We have 27 owners that are back from day one last year.
Oh, that's great.
And that happens year after year. I think our average is between 25 or 27. I mean, people find us and they don't go anywhere, you know? So that's a quick, you know, history lesson. I thought it was worth mentioning. So people that don't know, you know, how special this is and how lucky it is to be a part of this type of league, you know?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And listen, I'll tell you guys right now, you know, going, you know, 15 years into this thing, that's unprecedented. That there's not a lot of leagues that do that at all. Realistically, I only know of maybe 2 other leagues that have done that. Okay. That's Soden Bowl. Big shout out to Soden Bowl. And actually, you guys have gone longer, if I'm not mistaken. No, actually, no, you have not. Apologies. Soda Bowl's been going pretty long. And then also, my crew, Madden Underground, we've gone for a very long time. We're going on almost 20 years. So, there's not a lot of leagues, as you guys stated, that go for a long period of time. And if you have a good core of guys, you know what I mean? That's the most important thing. It doesn't matter. And matter of fact, let me put my face on here one more time so people have an understanding on how serious this is. Like the one thing I will say right now, guys, is the fact that if you don't have a good core of guys, your league will never survive. You know what I'm saying? If you have a solid core of guys on a regular basis, especially guys that want to play the games. Now, everybody wants a competitive league. And the OMFL is a very competitive league. I've been dealing with you guys for a while. So the OMFL is a very competitive league. So I'll say this, you know what I mean, before we keep it pushing. As long as you have guys in the league that are down to play, the most important things is just to have the ability to follow the rules and get your games in. Those are like the two key factors that, to keep a league going, you know what I mean? And to not have any drama. If those two things happen, no drama will ever happen. Okay. So for any out there that have a new league, that are tuning in right now, that have a new league and is doing things with their league, just think about the core that you have. And if you don't think that core is going to be good enough, you're gonna have to throw out some of the trash. I'm just keeping it a buck what it is. You're gonna have to throw out some of that trash sometimes. You know what I'm saying? In order to get the gems in your league. That's typically how it works. You know what I'm saying? So it takes a while, and it's great now that you said 27 guys out of 32 from last year coming back?
Yeah, 27.
Wow, that's impressive. That's very impressive, man. Especially the fact that with the debacle that we had last year in Madden 23 with losing leagues and everything else, that's huge. That's huge. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, and
go ahead. What was you gonna say?
Yeah, not to cut you off, but that includes guys that we lost because we transitioned from PS4 to PS5.
Right.
So those last 5 spots, we didn't just get random people. We got old veterans that we lost 2-3 years ago, but put in like a good 10 years of work, 6 years of work. We got Mickey coming back. I mean, we got all these veterans that are like filling in and coming back to us. So it's like now we're at 32 and it's a solid 32. I mean, this is probably, I was talking to Emo and Dorian the other day. This is probably the year that we go 32 for 32. And next year we take off with the same 32 guys.
Hey, you can't beat that at all. So I'm gonna give this question now to anybody to answer. It doesn't matter. It could be either Emo or Dorian. Any one of you two guys can answer this. This particular question. So where do you guys see the league going? Before we get everything started, where do you guys see the league going from this point forward?
I don't know. I never really thought about how far this can go. I mean, I'm happy with how it is right now, but there's always room for expansion. So.
Okay. Emo, you got any thoughts on that? Is Emo here? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm here. No, I mean, I'm glad, one thing that we're able to do this year again was to bring you back. Kind of maybe for 4 seasons, do team reveals for us and hopefully some commentary. It's pretty happy that we're able to do that.
Indeed.
And looking forward to doing that in the future as well.
And indeed, no doubt, man. Well, look, guys, I'm here for 4 seasons. All right, I'm here for 4 seasons. So you guys do 4 seasons every year. I'm here for 4 seasons. So OMFL, and you guys have a brand new night here on Snipes TV. You have a brand new night here. You got Thursday nights, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's how you guys officially put that down. Thursday nights at 10:15. That'll be your nights for your game of the weeks, and then obviously we'll be doing playoffs and everything else. So and we'll be going for 4 seasons. So it's gonna be a lot of fun, man. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And I'll let you guys know as well too. A lot of my other leagues kind of know also what's going on. But I will be doing a daily show Monday through Friday. I'll be doing a daily show during the day. So for a lot of you guys that are in work, at work and everything else, and I'll be going over a lot of leagues that I deal with. So I'll be having, if I had a big game from one of the games or whatever like that, I'm going to have highlights for it. Highlights are going to be right on YouTube. Shout out to all my YouTube guys that are tuning in right now as well too. We're live on Twitch and YouTube right now. So we'll have all the, we'll have a lot of highlights and everything else on YouTube. So stay tuned for that as well. That's going to be a lot of fun. But the daily show is going to basically be, just talking about what's going on within your league and everything that I know of, for that matter. So stay tuned for that. Time to be determined for that. We don't know exactly when it's going to take place yet, but it is going down. So don't worry about that. No doubt about it. So I know you guys are going to have a lot of fun with that. So, all right, look, we got to talk. All right. We got a lot of talking to do, in a little amount of time. Okay. But don't feel pressed, everybody that's here. But Dorian, Cali Buck, Emo, do not feel pressed that you have to just hurry up and say something and get off. Now this is a conversation, and we gotta have it. We have to talk about this team reveal. So what we're gonna do here, guys, okay, is we're gonna go over each division, okay, each owner, okay, and we're gonna talk about, basically what we think about the particular division and what is going to happen. We're going to start off with the AFC. We're going to move on to the NFC. And then we're going to talk about week 1. Just week 1, okay? I don't know if you guys are down to do a Super Bowl prediction for the first season, but we will talk about week 1, all right? And if you want to do a Super Bowl prediction, we can do that too. But we'll see what happens, all right? So, all right, let me hear from you guys. Are you guys ready to get this thing started?
Let's go. I'm ready.
All right. There we go. All right. Got to get myself pumped here for a minute. Let me put a little icebreaker in my mouth. Hold on one second here. All right. Let's get this thing cracking. So we're going to start off here. Well, first off, hold on one second. Before we start off with the actual predictions and everything else, let's do this here first. All right. First off, let me give a big shout out, because obviously we can't do it after we start talking about these, this new season and everything else. But a big shout out to the champions of Madden 23. So we got to put this out here first. All right. So obviously Emo with Super Bowl 56. Ford Tough winning back-to-back in Super Bowl 57 and 58, and then Sev capping off the season last year with Super Bowl 59. So congratulations to these guys. Anybody got any thoughts in regards to these guys? Emo, I know you got something to say here about yourself, don't you? Or does he not? Okay.
Nothing, Emo?
Is Emo here?
Oh,
Yeah, he's here.
yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. What you got to say about yourself here? I got to give it to you here first.
Oh, I said a lot more coming this year.
Oh, okay. Well, the trash talk starts. The trash talk starts. I love it. Cali Buck, you got anything to say, brother?
No, I just got to tell him, Emo, it's easy with an out-the-box team like the Colts. Let's see what he can do this year.
Oh, wow.
I love it. This is how we get it started. You gotta love it. Dorian, what you got to say about this, brother?
Well, Sev beat me in the Super Bowl. That still hurts a little bit, so appreciate that, Sev. I got some motivation, dog.
Indeed, man. That you was balling with them Lions, bro. You had the Lions, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you was balling with them Lions too. I thought you was gonna win that thing, man, but Seb put in work in that last bowl. He definitely did.
Yeah, he definitely did. His team was real good.
Stacked, indeed, no doubt about it. All right, look. So again, congratulations to the Madden 23 champions of the OMFL League. And now it's that time to get 24 started. So, look, here we go. As I stated, we're going to talk about each division, Okay, we're gonna start off with the AFC East. I'm gonna get your thoughts on everything. We're gonna announce everybody. Get your thoughts. Get you guys' thoughts on the division and what you think is going to happen in the division, and then I'll give you guys my take as well, and then we'll move on to the next division. It kind of keeps things real smooth, simple, and easy. All right, let's get this thing started. AFC East is as follows. We got Mugga and the Patriots, Bud Bowl and the Jets, Bates and the Dolphins, and Gaddy and the Bills. So let's go ahead and go with Emo here first. Emo, what do you think about this particular division? Let's talk about some of these guys here.
I like this division. We got Mugga. So Mugga with the Pats, he did really well last year. The Panthers made the Super Bowl twice, I believe. Pretty much NFC was going through him. So we thought that this year we'll give him another team that he kind of needs to build from the ground. Division should be competitive. I probably see him winning the division at some point, maybe not to start with. I think Gaddy will probably be winning the first season with the Bills. Bills are pretty stacked, especially to start with. They're kind of older at some positions, so Gaddy might have problems later on, but he'll probably win at the beginning. Bud Bowl and the Jets. So the Jets are good this year. They have Aaron Rodgers. They have like some, Sauce is really good now. They have some good players as well, so I can see them competing. I don't think he can beat the Bills, at least at the beginning. And then we have Bates with the Dolphins. So he usually takes bad teams, so we figured we'll give him a treat this year. I know he wants to rebuild, and he will have to, because in the second season and on, I think the Dolphins will run a lot of cap issues, so we have to move some of the stud players around in order to free up cap and be under.
Hey, I like that take. I like that take when you brought out about the cap situation, but we'll definitely discuss that in just a moment, because I do that's a very important thing that a lot of people have to understand is cap situations. And if you don't get that, within the team building aspect, you can tear your team apart. So great thought in regards to that with Bates. I totally get that. But Cali Buck, what do you think about this division?
I like it. I think it's very balanced. Mugga showed what he could do last year. He would have made 3 Super Bowls if I didn't, beat him in that chip game.
Yeah, that was
coming. Bates, of course, gets a treat. Bud Bowl gets his favorite team. That's something we like to do whenever possible. If we can hook you up with your favorite team, I think it makes for a good matchup there. People stick around for that. But here, man, my pick here is going to be Gotti, 2-time champ. Mugga's been showing what he can do, but he has no rings here. Gotti, 2-time champ. I think with this type of roster, I don't see any of these guys competing with him here in the division. Okay. So you got Gaddy, winning this particular division. So that's an interesting take here. No doubt about it. Before I go to Dorian, real quick, Emo, who did you have winning this division? You think Bud Bowl's gonna win it season 1?
I think Gaddy.
You think Gaddy's going to win as well? Okay.
Yeah,
okay. Gotcha.
Those are just too stacked.
Gotcha. All right. Dorian, what do you say about this division?
I love this division. We got a built-in rivalry between Mugga and Gaddy. They had nice little fights last year in the NFC. Gaddy had the 49ers, Mugga had the Panthers. Gaddy kind of crapped the bed when he was supposed to beat Mugga in the overtime. Didn't do it. But they got history. Bates, one of the best GMs in our league. So it's gonna be pretty interesting to see what he do with a team that's already stacked. And Bud Bowl, I've seen a few of his games. His games they're pretty good. This was without Aaron Rodgers last year, so I think he's gonna do some damage there. So personally, first season, I don't know, man. I think I'm gonna go with Bud Bowl.
Okay, going Bud Bowl in the first season with the Jets. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Bud Bowl.
Okay. So Bud Bowl and the Jets. With New York stand up. Okay. Well, Well, you got 2 for Gaddy, and you got 1 for Bud Bowl. All right, so I'll give my quick take. Obviously, you know, I'm not brand new to doing OMFL games, but you know, I'm obviously brand new because it's the first time that we've ever done a team reveal here. So I'll give you my take on this situation here. I think the Dolphins have way too much speed to not be able to pull something off here in season 1. They have way too much speed. They are the fastest team in the game. They're the fastest team in the game, bar none. Okay. I think the primary issue that the Dolphins might have is now let me find this out here first. Because if somebody is injured in the NFL, are you guys still allowed to use them here in this league?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, we are. We are.
Okay, you are. Okay. Yeah. So they won't have any problems defensively. I've dealt with some leagues where if somebody is injured and they're out for X amount of time, you're not allowed to use them. You know what I mean? And I'm talking about Jalen Ramsey. You know what I mean? So some leagues are like that. So you guys are not like that. So we don't have to worry about that, you know, per se. But you know, obviously with the Patriots, they got a lot of work to do, but we know what Mugga's all about, and we know that Mugga could build a team. You guys already mentioned that Bates is probably one of the better GMs in the league. You know, so having that trait as well as being able to, to have one of the fastest teams in the league is going to be special. Okay, I think for Bates. Gaddy with the Bills, when you got the cover boy Josh Allen, it's going to be tough to beat him. Okay, I like what the Jets are doing as well too. I like Bud Bowl's squad, but I'm going year 1. I'm going Bates, man. I'm going Bates year 1. I'm going Bates year 1 here, man. I just can't. Madden is all about speed. It's really all about speed. And when you talk about Tyreek Hill, when you talk about having 2 running backs with 95 speed, 2, not 1, 2. You got 2 running backs with 95 speed on the Dolphins. I mean, and it looks like, as of right now, that it looks like it's going to be a heavy running game. So if he's able to mix that run up and get the pass going with the receivers with Waddle and Tyreek Hill, I mean, I got to go with them year 1. Again, I'm just talking on paper. I could be wrong. You know what I mean? I know I might get ate up in the chat a little bit, and it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Because, yeah, I've been wrong a lot. But, yeah, I'm going to go Bates. Year 1. I'm going Bates year 1. So, any slack back from what I just said?
Yeah, I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that, man.
No, that's all good.
It.
You gotta. The only way I say it is they make a CPU like superhuman and basically like the AI doing all the work. You know, kind of like M23 was at the beginning. That's the only way I see it.
All right. Well, look, it's always a new year. So look, I'm putting this out there to Bates right now. Bates, don't make me wrong here. Make Emo eat his words. Here, guys. Let's see what happens.
Just don't put any money on him, man. Don't put any money on him.
All right, I won't. Man, I was gonna put a bag on him too, man. But I won't do that. Oh man, Puma said in the chat, hit this because I'm tweaking right now. All right, man. All right, Puma. Big shout out to my guy Puma, man. All right, look, let's keep this thing pushing, man. We're gonna move on now to the AFC North. All right, and speaking of Puma, we get to talk about him a little bit, right? We get to talk about him a little bit here because Puma's in this division. But first off, it's gonna be Chris D and the Steelers, Puma and the Ravens, Kiko and the Browns, and Stealth and the Bengals. So let's go here to Emo once again. Emo, what you think about this division?
Another balanced division. So in this division, we have 2 owners who get their favorite teams. So let's start with these Bengals. and Chris the NT Steelers. I think Chris been the Steelers like, I don't know, for as long as I can remember. I don't think he's ever had any other team, Omfl besides the Steelers. I think the Puba first time with the Ravens and then Kiko to the Browns. I think FC North is pretty stacked team-wise. Outside of the Steelers, maybe the Bengals, Ravens, and Browns, like all top teams to start with. I actually really like the Ravens. That's probably my favorite team for Madden this year. Their cap situation is good. They got Lamar locked in for pretty much the entire release.
Yeah.
They got good younger defense. They got a stud defensive back in Humphrey. I think the only weakness I would say, their O-line's pretty good. They got a stud tight end. The only weakness I would say is like the wide receivers. They probably need some work. Obviously, the Bengals twice to the AFC Championship game, made a Super Bowl, pretty stacked again with Jamar Chase and Burrow. So still will do some work there. With Kiko and the Browns, I think it's really good thing to start with. I was looking at some contracts, and season 2, I think the Browns are going to be about like 40 plus million in the hole. And they don't have that many players that are kind of low bonus, high salary. It seems like a lot of guaranteed money we're giving out in Cleveland. So I don't know. I'll be interested to see how Kiko handles that. There isn't like much to do, and a lot of the players will have to be traded or released in order to get under the cap.
Yeah.
I
think they're second worst in the league as far as cap. I think it's them and the Saints. Are really bad with the cap. Yeah. Like the Finns, I think they're bad too, but they have I saw 2-3 players that you can cut and save 10-15 million and just get under. With the Browns, I don't see that happening. It's going to be tough. Yeah.
Steelers I think are probably the worst team, but I still think they're good. They got TJ Watt. They have like a couple of good receivers. So I think overall their defense isn't that bad. So I want to see what Chris can do here, but I definitely think he'll be the underdog. Given how stacked the other teams are, but hopefully later in the release things will balance themselves out. And Chris is a good player too, so I'm sure that will play in. I guess to start with, I'm going to give probably the division to Puba and the Ravens, just because of the roster again. It's just the Ravens are really good, man. Yeah. I like that. I like that take. Definitely. Dorian, what do you think about this division?
I like it. You got Chris Dees with the Steelers. He's been there since I've been here. Steph, same with him. Puba, that's different. Him with the Ravens, that's gonna be kind of interesting because last year he struggled with the pass the first couple seasons, but then he started getting it together and he started really doing his thing. So I like him there. That's interesting. And Kiko, I've had a pass with him. He is really, really good at running the ball. He had the Chiefs last year. The Chiefs didn't do him any justice because they didn't really have a running game. They had Pat Mahomes. But with the Browns and Nick Chubb, he's really gonna slow the game down for a lot of these things.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised. I like Puba, but you know what? Probably Steph. I think Steph got it. He jumped out the gates last year on PS5 for us. He did his thing. He's been pretty good. So, I don't know. I think I'll go Steph for my division, winning division.
Okay. So we got one Puba with the Ravens. We got one Stealth with the Bengals. I like it. I like spreading that out a little bit here. I like spreading that out here a little bit.
I want to amend my pick. I think Dorian is spot on. I think Stealth, actually, he had a pretty good release with them last year, so I want to change my pick to Stealth.
Oh.
He convinced me.
Sorry.
The Puba probably got something to say to chat about that. He's not going to be happy about that one.
I still respect Puba, man. But Stealth, this is division, man.
Man. Hey, look, man. Wow. The first amended pick here on Snipes TV this year. Man, you gotta give it to Emo. Emo amends his pick and changes his mind and goes to Stealth. Wow. So 2 Stealth now. All right, we got one other here that's gonna talk about it. So give us your feedback on this one, my friend.
No, I think it's a balanced division. Chris and Stealth went back and forth last year, pretty much all year. I like it. It's very balanced. I think it's wide open, but like Puba's got a monster roster. The only thing is last year with Murray, he threw 70 picks season 1, 40, 45, and then 58 our last season. Man, I think Lamar, he's not the most accurate quarterback. So I think Puba's going to struggle again with the picks. And the most complete roster here is going to be the Bengals. So I got to go with stealth for sure.
Wow. So that's 3 with stealth, man. Now, I'll give you my quick take, and I've kind of seen this. I've seen this throughout a couple team reveals that I've already done. A team draft that I did as well too, and granted, look, the game is not out yet, so we totally get that. But if I'm just going by, the rumors going out that EA is going to be doing a lot of revamping some of the players' attributes. Okay, so when you talk about Puba, for example, obviously Lamar Jackson going to be the fastest quarterback, no doubt about it. I think a lot of people, if you don't know how to throw a running quarterback, you're going to struggle. So that's the only question I would have with Puba with the Ravens. That's the only question I would have. Other than that, I think they have a pretty solid team. I think they have a pretty solid team. They're gonna have Odell Beckham. They'll have Zay Flowers in the slot. If I'm not mistaken, I believe they have Rashad Bateman as well too. So I don't think that, and then obviously one of the better tight ends in the game is Mark Andrews. I don't think he's gonna struggle offensively unless he has a problem throwing with a running quarterback. I think that's gonna be the primary question for me with Puba. Stealth, he has definitely in this division the most complete team. He's got the most complete team. Okay. I'm not sure what Kiko's going to be able to do, but he's got the best running back in the game in Nick Chubb. Okay. Defensively, we cannot forget about the Browns defensively. When you got Myles Garrett, getting off that edge, he's going to be a problem. You know what I mean? So he's gonna be a problem. And one of the guys that looks like they may be getting somewhat of a boost on the defensive side is Taki. He might actually get a boost. Okay, he might actually get a boost. So that's a guy that's the Sam linebacker. He might get a boost. He's rumored to get a pretty significant boost defensively. Okay. You obviously got Ward in the cornerback position for the Browns. Defensively, they're a great team too. They probably have the second best complete team in this division. Chris with the Steelers, just because it's his favorite team, he's gonna make every point to do the right things with the team. And he's got some pieces. TJ Watt is going to be another guy, just like your Myles Garrett that we talked about a second ago. He's a guy that's going to be able to get off that edge and create havoc. You know what I mean? If you don't get good blocking, he's going to create havoc for you. He did it in 23. He could do it again here in 24. Obviously, I got to pick somebody to win this division, and it's going to be a landslide. I got to take season 1. I'm going to take Stealth to win this division. It's going to be it's landslide as far as all of us picking him. But I think it's going to be close. First season, I think it's going to be close, really, between the Ravens, Bengals, and Browns, in my opinion. All right. The Steelers, they got a little work to do, like I said, but that's what I'm going at here for the AFC North. I'll take Stealth, and it is a landslide of victory here for Stealth and the Bengals in this one. So, you guys got anything to say in regards to that?
No, I like it. I mean, it's going to be real competitive, but
yeah,
at the end of the day, I think it's going to be Stealth.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so we are done now. Oh, yeah, the pressure's definitely on. No doubt. The pressure is definitely on. Again, big shout out to everybody, man, that's vibing with us here on Twitch and also on YouTube as we are simulcasted on both of these channels right now. Greatly appreciate y'all tuning in. If you're not following me on YouTube, make sure you hit us on YouTube, the Snipes TV Gaming on YouTube. Make sure you hit us there as well. And, we'll be having highlights and everything there for, during these games of the weeks and all that. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a great season here for the OMFL, no doubt. So, all right, let's move on now to the AFC South. All right, we get to talk about the South, and we get to talk about some players in the South. All right, so here we go. AFC South is as follows. We got Sev and the Colts. I really like the Colts. JB and the Titans. Emo taking on the challenge with the Houston Texans. And then Brad with the Jags. So we obviously got to talk to Emo first, right? We got to talk to Emo first. So, Emo, you got your opportunity. Talk your talk here, brother.
Thanks, man. So I go to my favorite Texans. It's going to be a lot of rebuilding, man. So they got some young pieces. I'm pretty bummed out that neither of the two rookies got the superstar ability, so I have to build them. Yeah, it's going to be a pain. So actually, I was looking. The Texans don't have any players with abilities. I think it's the only team with no abilities, but they got some young guys like first year players that are good that can be built. You got Stingley, you got Petrie, you got Damian Pierce, you got obviously Stroud and Anderson. So. Like going on, they also have a decent offensive line with Tunsil and just signed Shaq Mason. Mm-hmm. So at least, if anything, Stroud will be protected. So I'm just happy I got my Texans finally. I'll play with them and see how it goes. Tough division once again. All these players are very good. Obviously, Sev wins Super Bowls. JB makes Super Bowls. Brad is, kind of going up. He was pretty competitive last year. He was pretty much the only guy who would beat Ford more than once with his super stacked, overpowered, cheesy team. And so, you'll be tough. Sev and the Colts. Actually, I think right now he's probably my pick for the Super Bowl, but we can talk about that later. And I think he'll probably win the division. The Colts are just really good right now. They have good online. They have JT, which I don't think he'll be traded before then, but even if he does, I think we start with stock roster, so he'll probably still be on the Colts. Anthony Richardson is really good. I feel like with what I've seen from the beta and some of the streams recently, it sounds like it's all about the mobile QBs once again. Yeah. So Richardson is a stud, man. He can run. He can throw the ball like 94, 95 throw power. Just insane. I think he just probably lacks some receivers and defensive backs, but Sev is, one of the best at building teams, and he built the Jags last season to be, again, like this crazy superpower team. So I'm sure that he'll do again the same with the Colts. Okay. JB, I like him. JB has said the Titans before. He actually made the Super Bowl, beat me on the way there, and I think he lost to Dorian. I'm not sure. JB is a solid user. He's, in my opinion, probably the best user in OMFL in terms of using defense. He's just amazing. And so I think he'll have a bit of a hard time to start with. I don't like the Titans team. They don't have much. They have obviously Will Levis and Malik, so you'll have to figure out who he wants to start. They're a bit older for Madden. They're like 24. So, progression will be a little slower. They're probably normal development, so you need to figure it out. But, he has some pieces. He has Siemens, he has Henry. That's safety. But, it's going to be tough for him. And then finally, Brad, I think, usually he gets his 99 overall teams, so a little bit different this year. He'll have to build. But the Jags are made for that. I think they got speed, they got youth, they got T-Law, who will probably be superstar, given their performance last year. Etienne, I think, is one of the top running backs for some reason for Madden. He's just so good. And I think they have some decent wide receivers, so a lot for Brad to work with. So he'll be very competitive. Look forward to playing with all these guys. We play a ton. We talk a lot of smack in DMs and in chat. So I look forward to doing more of that. And my pick for the division winner first season is Sev, because I feel like Colts are probably the best team out of the four. Oh, and just one last thing, the Colts are actually one of only 2 or 3 teams, I believe, that no one requested in their top 5, and I have no idea why. Just people somehow overlooked them, but no one requested them, and we actually kind of had to strong arm Sev into picking them.
Wow, that is okay. So that's kind of crazy, man. That's kind of crazy because, man, look, I've had a couple shows, man, where the Colts. Matter of fact, the last draft that I did, I think the Colts, if I'm not mistaken, they went like number 3 or 4, man. Like
they're good.
They're a good team, man. I don't know why anybody wouldn't want to play with this team. They were a very good team, man. They're a very good team. But I'll talk about that once I get my turn. But I'm gonna let Dorian go here in this one here. Dorian, what do you think about this division?
As Callie would say, it's another balanced division. Emo starts off the lowest with the Texans. Brad has the best team on paper. Got the Jags. They're really good. They made the playoffs in real life last year. They were very dominant for OMFL the last 2 years because Sev had them, and before that, Emo had them. So he has a good team. It's not like a rebuild, not like that. Sev, it's the Colts. The Colts are good. I think they're good. They got a nice roster. They added a quarterback. That's fine. I don't know about their corners though, but I know they still got Shaq Leonard. I think he's going to do well with them. And JB. Well, I think JB's that's my pick because that's my boy. JB, that's my pick. Because in 21 he had the Titans and he mowed the whole league down, except until he got to 4 probably. But he did his thing with the Titans, and I think he's gonna go back to Derrick Henry and just push the ball down people's throats the whole season, the whole year, honestly. So I got JB, man.
Okay.
I got JB.
Okay. You got JB. Okay.
They're friends in real life.
All right, Cali Buck, what do you think about this division, brother?
Well, I mean, I got to give credit to Emo here because he challenged himself. He does have a say in team assignments, and he didn't, look the other way when Dorian and I thought that this would be a good grouping. This has potential to be the division to death here. I mean, any one of these guys could break out. Brad broke a lot of passing records with the Chargers last year. JB, like my 2 colleagues have said, he's a good user, and Sev and Emo, they've been modern-day dominant. Emo with 5 rings and Sev with 4. It's gonna be hard to choose here, but I'm gonna go with Sev. Those Colts do have a sneaky good roster, and Taylor's a good running back. I think he's just gonna dominate. If you can dominate in the run game, you're gonna put a lot of people against the wall, and the Colts have a good defense. Mm-hmm. So running and defense, that equals championship, and then you add a good user like Sev. It's gonna be tough to beat him. I think Emo gives him a run for his money. I think the other 2 guys fight for a wild card spot in the AFC, but this is gonna be a very interesting division to watch. So I'll put me down for Sev here.
Okay. I like that take. Now, before I go into my soliloquy here real quick, you guys do default rosters, right?
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay, perfect. I just want to make sure because obviously the situation with Sev is very delicate because of the Taylor factor. Is Taylor going to get traded? You know what I mean? It is. Are these things going to happen? You know what I mean? A lot of leagues they wait for the first roster update and then they go to that roster. That's what a lot of leagues do. So, you know what I mean? Now, if he's not going to get traded, then, running wise, you know what I mean? If you talk about, between the Colts and the Titans, they should be 2 of the best running teams in this division. Okay, they should be, the 7 JB should have 2 of the best running teams in this division. You know what I mean? Because obviously you got Richardson with the Colts, and then you're either gonna have Malik Willis or Malik Willis or Will Levis, over there. But obviously, if you want the more mobile quarterback, you're gonna go Malik Willis more than likely. You know what I mean? But again, you know what I mean? Only time will tell. Based on what happens with that. As Brad with the Jags, he's got the best team. He's got the best team in this division. He's got the best team. There's no doubt about it. And the fact that, and I'm glad you guys brought it up because I was going to bring it up, but I'm so glad that you brought it up before I did. I knew that's one thing I did know about Brad is that he broke major records passing the football with the Chargers last year. So having a Travis Etienne who is easy to build in Madden, especially this year, you know what I mean? Because this year, if you do all of those off-season drills, you can build somebody lightning fast. You know what I mean? You'll have a superstar X Factor in a year. I promise you. As long as you do what you're supposed to do in the the weekly, your weekly before the game and everything else, you make sure you do that stuff. You don't do that stuff. If you guys are not into it, you're missing out. You got to do that stuff this year. It's imperative that you do that stuff this year. All right. So Brad on paper, best team, no doubt. Emo took on a struggle. No doubt about it. He took on a major struggle, but I respect the hustle that Emo has in this situation. And that doesn't mean, Emo, I'm going to pick you. Because I'm not. I'm not going to pick you here. I'm not going to pick you here for season 1. But I will say, Emo knows how to build. I've seen him build. He knows how to build, so he can possibly make some noise year 2, maybe year 3 in this division. But first season, I'm going to go ahead and I am going to take Brad to win this division. I'm taking Brad to win this division. I like his team on paper completely for everybody. You know what I mean? Solid running game across the board. The defense is going to be decent as well too here. And let's not forget, because I know you guys were talking a little earlier too about the wide receiver position for the Jags. They do have Calvin Ridley. Let's not forget that. They got E-double, Evan Ingram. Let's not forget that. He's a speedster at the tight end spot. He's a wide receiver playing tight end. You know what I mean? You also got Christian Kirk, a guy that's not lightning fast, but he catches everything. You know what I'm saying? And he's a fairly decent sized receiver. You know what I mean? Obviously, Trevor Lawrence is a solid guy as well too. And Travis Etienne, he is a Madden god when it talks about running the football. Okay? So across the board, solid offense. Defensively might be, I mean, they still got Walker in the D tackle position, so he may be able to pull off some Aaron Donald type situations, depending upon how you could get him built up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, defensively, they're in. You obviously got Allen too, but defensively, they're good. They're not the best. But I think the offense can carry Brad. And I think this is going to be probably, after I looked at this division, I think this is going to be probably the closest division as far as wins and losses is concerned. I'm taking Brad by a smidge over Sev. Maybe by a game. If not, they'll be tied and it's going to be based on a tiebreaker. That's how I see it here with these guys. So what do you guys think about what I just said there? Argue me if you want.
Debatable. It's debatable.
Let's debate, baby. Let's go.
It's definitely debate. No, I mean, he got the best. On paper, he has the best team. I think JB. So JB has veterans. Brad has veterans. Sev and Emo have, a young team.
Yeah.
Season 2, it's going to be way more competitive. But this year, I think it's probably a two-legged race, a 2-horse race. JB, Brad.
Okay. Okay. Are you guys allowed to do a lot of, major trades and everything else? Because, obviously it's going to be a factor as well.
Yeah. Well, we have we have restrictions to keep it so that people won't get stacked teams through trades.
Gotcha.
So this league, we try to make people build through free agency like Sev last year, or through the draft like other people. So,
yeah. I like that. Okay. All right, so we're done with the AFC South. We're done with the AFC South here, so we're gonna move on now to the West and cap off this AFC, man, because this is gonna be a fun one as well too, because these teams in this division is just nuts. I'm telling you, and people sleep on one of these teams in this division, but we're going to talk about it in just a moment. So the AFC West is as follows. Manny and the Broncos, TJ and the Chiefs, pair up, I think that's how you pronounce it, and the Chargers, and Cali K, I think that's how you pronounce that, and the Raiders. So, Emo, what do you have to say about this division here in the AFC West?
I mean, another good division. TJ for the first time taking a different team again this year. He put Texans as number one. I don't know why he likes to play with them. I asked him if he's a Steelers fan. No idea why. Maybe he just likes Spain. But this time he's getting the Chiefs though. So enough suffering for him. He's very good. I think him and JB are probably the best defensive users in our league. So I will look for him. He uses the safety. He's amazing. So I would look for him to, play very well on defense. Obviously, as Mahomes, he'll probably do really well with him. I believe he likes to pass a lot. He didn't do as well last year as he did in Madden 22. So I'll be interested to see what he can do with the Chiefs now. Again, he had the Texans last year. The division was pretty competitive, so it was tough to win games and build the team. But I think it'll be easier for him this year, especially with the Chiefs. Manny, again, with the Broncos, he's always the Broncos. Never seen him play with any other team. He's tough. He doesn't, I guess, loses more than wins. But maybe this is the year he turns it around. Probably has one of the worst rosters, I think. I've seen this team go in team drafts like last or close to last. So we'll see. We'll see if we can compete with them. Here up with the Chargers, I really like him. So Chargers are not a good team. They're absolutely stacked, probably the most stacked team. Another thing, they'll probably run into cap issues, especially after Herbert's new contract. And he'll have to let go a lot of the good players. Like I don't see Mack or Eckler or maybe Keenan Allen like after season one. So you have a good season one, and then after that you have to find ways to rebuild. I think another good thing with the Chargers, from what I saw, was the contracts are such that he can trade some players and free up a lot of cap. So not difference between the I guess the bonus and the base is large enough, so he can kind of move it forward, unlike the Browns. And then the Raiders this year, I feel like they're pretty bad. Jimmy G at quarterback, not very good. They still got Crosby and Chandler Jones. I did see from the beta that the outside rushers aren't as successful this year, but we'll see. They can always tweak it, and now you can actually double team on the outside, even though the Raiders have two edge threat guys. So we'll see. And I know Kelly K is a Raiders fan, so he gets his favorite Raiders, and we'll see how he will do with them. Overall, I think compared to the division, I definitely see TJ pulling away with the division, especially early on with his Chiefs.
Okay. I like the take on that one. Definitely. I definitely like the take on that one. So let's go ahead and go here with Cali Buck in this one. So Cali Buck, what do you think about this division?
I like it. I think TJ is going to be dangerous with KC. He's been the Texans, and he did well with them. He built a good roster. He's definitely a good user. I think there's no one happier in the league right now than Manny, because what Brad and T4 did to Manny last year was very hard to watch. So I think we all know what we're talking about there. But I think Manny's back. I think having Ford out and even Brad gives him some hope. And I think it's balanced. I like that Cali K gets his favorite team. Another thing, like we said, another common theme here. We like to do that. And it's possible sometimes to hook people up with their favorite team. And that's a good thing. So my pick here is going to be TJ. Not even close, at least season one. And it might not be close all release. So I think, Manny, be careful what you wish for. You lose Brad and you lose Ford, but TJ's gonna give you some trouble here.
Okay. All right. So Dorian, what do you think about this division?
I mean, these are on paper the best teams in the AFC. I mean, you got the Chiefs and Chargers. Well, Broncos, they're all right. The Raiders, I don't know, man. Manny's always been a Bronco since I've been here. He brings a lot of pressure with his linebackers, creates pressure. He also needs a mobile quarterback. He got Russell Wilson, so he's good with that, unless you try to trade for Justin Fields or something like that. Callie K, he had the Ravens last year. He was okay. He was competitive, hair up there. He had the Browns last year. He was pretty good. Him and Gaddy was getting into it in the chat a little bit because he was doing really well.
Yeah.
But you know, that's Gaddy's way of showing love. And TJ was really good in 22, 23. He had one season where he did well. I think he stepped away for a little bit, came back, and it was the same. I'm probably gonna have to go with here up there, the Chargers. They got that defensive line is nasty first season. Their offense is really, really good. Justin Herbert is just he's a glitch. I mean that boy is cold. So I got here up there for the division. Season 1.
Hey, I'll tell you what, man. I'm first off, let me just put it out there right now. I'm in the greens 100% with you. I'm taking Air up in season 1. All right. I know, you know what? I've seen TJ play before. TJ is solid. Manny is solid. You know what I mean? Look, this is a tough division to deal with here, but I just like this Chargers team. And when you talk, I'm just going on the defensive side here, and we don't even got to go too long on this. I'm just going on the defensive side here. Bosa is an animal. He is an absolute freaking animal. You know, I've done a couple games last year when both of the Bosa brothers are crazy in Madden. They're both just glitch fest in Madden. All right, but when you talk about Bosa here on the Chargers, he is something else. I had a couple games where I'm calling this guy probably for 5 or 6 sacks in a game. You know what I mean? Just completely turns a game around, and that's the one defensive player in this division that I think could be such a big time factor for a team. I like Air Up in season 1. Chiefs are going to be the Chiefs. They, you know, when you got Mahomes, you're gonna do big things. I'm interested. I'm really, though, very interested to see what Callie K is going to be able to do with the Raiders. The Raiders they're not the best team. They don't have the best quarterback. They got arguably probably one of the better receivers, but he kind of slipped down a little bit in rating. No, he didn't. My bad. No, he didn't. Devontae Adams did not slip down much at all in rating. They did add, if I'm not mistaken, they added Jacoby Myers this year. He's a great passing, a great catching wideout. He's not big for speed or anything, but I know quite a few guys that had the Pats last year that did a lot of work with Jacoby Myers. And at one point in one of the leagues that I deal with, he led the league in receiving because he catches everything. So if he's anything like that this year, the Raiders will be okay. Callie K will be all right if he can pass the football. Okay. And then defensively, when you got Crosby and Jones on the bookends, we saw last year what Ford did with those bookends. If he could get anything going like that, he'll be all right. We saw what Ford did, though, with those bookends, and it was crazy. So Callie K, I'm not going to call him out of it yet. You know what I mean? Season 1, I will, because I think Air Up's going to win it. Manny has a solid team as well. I don't think the Broncos at all are a bad team. You know what I mean? You got Judy in the slot. You got Sutton. And don't forget Denzel Mims came over here as well too. So they did get some, they did get some help on the offensive side. But it's still not going to be enough. And obviously Patrick Surtain is going to be a problem, as he always is. He's a glitch fest as well in Madden. So Manny's still gonna have some struggle, and I do think this is one of the toughest divisions, in the OMFL. But I'm gonna go Air Up in season 1. So, any last words before we move on here?
That's it. You said it. Said enough. Said it all.
All right. So we are done now with the AFC. Everybody. So look, we're going to get ready to move on now to the NFC. And again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in on Twitch and YouTube here for the OMFL Madden 24 Team Reveal Show. And we greatly appreciate y'all tuning in once again. Thank you so much. And again, I am joined by my guy, Cali Buck. I am also joined as well by Emo, and I am joined by Dorian as well, too. And we're having a lot of fun with this thing here so far. Not a lot of drawback just yet. I know I had a couple takes that are probably kind of crazy, but hey, they're my takes. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna, I'm gonna call it like it is. You know what I'm saying? If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. It's okay. It's okay. I don't have a problem being wrong at all. All right, look, it's time to move on to the NFC. I know you NFC guys are looking forward to this, man. I'm looking forward to it as well because we got a lot to discuss. And we're gonna move on now to the NFC East. All right. So let's get this thing cracking, shall we? So the NFC East is as follows: Dynasty and the Cowboys, Bibby and the Eagles, Term and the Giants, and Mickey and the Washington Commanders. I got a lot to talk about as far as this division is concerned. I know you guys probably do too. So let's go ahead and start. Emo, tell me what you got, brother.
It's nice.
Yeah, you all right?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm gonna have to bounce after this one though.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, I got. Yeah, good.
All right, so he's gonna bounce off of this one. So we'll go ahead and we'll go to Dorian in this one. So Dorian, what do you think about this division?
Well, first things first. Welcome back, Mickey. He was not with us last year when we first got the PS5, but he's been very dominant in PS4. Rumor has it he's T4's daddy.
Wow.
Let's see. That's what I heard. I ain't been here that long, but that's what I've been hearing. So, Term, he gets his home team. He gets the Giants. The Giants, they're on rotation. It's like 2 or 3 other users that want them. He got them on a good year. He got Saquon. So Daniel Jones, I mean, he's okay. He can run, I guess. Dynasty, I think this is like his 3rd season in a row that he's had the Cowboys. Last year he was really, really good last year. 22, he was okay. Bibby had the Eagles 21, 22, 23, and 24, and I think he had the Lions in 20 or something like that. So he's normally good. I mean, he normally drafts a quarterback even though he has like 2 or 3, but but his team is stacked though. As far as the winner for season 1, I'm gonna go with Dynasty. He's been playing really good football last year, consistently throughout 23. So that's what I got.
Okay. So you're going Dynasty in this one. So Cali Buck, what do you think about this division?
I think it's going to be a good one. Here we have 3 owners paired up with their favorite teams. New York is on a rotation. Term gets a turn this time. Every year they get a new fan. We have 3 fans here that put their name down for the Giants every year.
G-Man, stand up.
Yeah, Dynasty's back with his Cowboys. He did well last year, and BB has a really good roster. I think BB kind of took a year off last year, but he's a good user. But, there's a big elephant here, Mickey. Mickey was just mad. He has 8 rings. So we're on season 60. He's won 8 times.
Yeah.
The second best is T4. 4 Tough with 5 rings, and then Emo with 5. And then everyone else is, below those guys. So you can't bet against an 8-time champ, Yeah, he's new to PS5, but Madden is Madden and football is football. And Mickey has shown that he's going to run the table, and he's going to run the table here.
Hey, I'll say this right now. First and foremost, Term, I'm rooting for you, bro. I'm rooting for you. I'm a Giants fan. All right? I'm a Giants fan and I'm a Bills fan. Those are my 2 teams, okay? I root for the Giants. I root for the Bills. Term, I'm rooting for you, all right? I'm rooting for you. I'm hoping that you can go out here and you can do some big things with the G-Men because it's a good team. It's actually a really good team. And before I continue on with the other teams in this division, just know, everybody, this year, this is a year that I think you're going to need a mobile quarterback. I'm not saying you got to have a quarterback that that has to have 94 speed or 95 speed or whatever. No, you don't necessarily have to have that. But having a quarterback with at least 85 to 86 speed, I think that's going to be extremely crucial this year. Based on what we played in the beta and what we've actually heard about the final product as well. Okay. I think this is going to be the year that you're going to need some type of mobile quarterback to be able to get away. Because now this year, they're not stuck in the mud. You know how you had, and you guys could, you guys could chime in on this real quick, but you know how last year guys had Lamar Jackson, but he still felt like he was stuck in the mud. Like you couldn't run the football with a quarterback. You know what I mean? You really couldn't do it. You know what I mean? So This year is different. It's a different feeling this year, and you're able to actually run with the quarterback this year. So if you have to take off, you're not going to feel stuck in the mud. So I think that because of that, it's going to be crucial that everybody has some type of mobile quarterback, not just a quarterback that just sits in the pocket. I know a lot of guys that love to sit in the pocket and pass, make a read, pass the football. You know what I mean? But I think you got to have somebody that's going to be able to kind of move around and move that pocket out to the right or left a little bit out of the hashes. They're going to have to do that every now and again. So I think that, with that being said, Term has got a great team with the Giants. Obviously having Saquon and having other pieces on the offensive side, we'll see if those pieces work out. And having Darren Waller is a big deal for Term. That's a big deal because the tight end position this year in Madden 24 is going to be an extremely crucial part in the game. You heard it here first, guys. If you didn't hear it here first, you heard it somewhere, but I'm telling you now, the tight end spot is going to be extremely crucial in Madden 24. You heard it here first. All right. Now, going on to the other teams, Dynasty with the Cowboys, going to be extremely tough. The Cowboys are so stacked, it's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? They're always one of the better teams in Madden. It's just all about, what the user's going to be able to do with that team. That's going to be the key focus there with the Cowboys. I think Dynasty can put in work and possibly win the division. The Eagles, extremely stacked and probably one of the more potent teams in Madden this year. Having A.J. Brown, having Devontae Smith out there. Jalen Hurts is now a juggernaut at the quarterback position. The defense is always crazy, especially when you got guys in the cornerback position like Big Play Slay and guys like that. You still got, you got a stout defense across the board. Eagles, extremely solid. But guys, it is hard for me not to pick Mickey to win this division. I like the Commanders. I like this team. I like every aspect of this team, and I like what you could do as far as building. Most important factor, and I know we're talking about him not being here last year and everything, and everybody welcoming him back, and I think he's going to welcome people back this year, first season, with an NFC East championship. I think that Mickey's going to take it season one. I think he's got too talented of a team. I think he's just basically, and depending upon what he can do with the quarterback, he's a quarterback away from doing something major. And if Mickey can do the things that he's done in the past in Madden, again, an 8-time champ, you can't shake a stick at that. You just can't. So season one, I'm going to take Mickey to win season one in this division. Now, Dynasty, Term, and Bibby, all the three of them now, they have some bulletin board material. I'm picking Mickey season one. So any last words before we move on? I could have said something wrong here.
No. I mean, I think he's a quarterback away from running away with that division, but he doesn't have it for season one. So I'm going to stay with the Cowboys.
Okay. I like that. All right. That's your NFC East. That was a solid solid take on the NFC East. I like that. So let's move on now to the North. Now the North is a little different, and it's primarily because a guy by the name of Aaron Rodgers isn't there anymore. So this is a different situation. This really is. So we'll go ahead and we'll start off here We'll start off here with Dorian in this one, but let's talk about here the NFC North first and foremost. So NFC North, it's going to give you Priest and the Packers, SJ and the Vikings, James and the Lions, and Dorian and the Chicago Bears. So we got to talk to Dorian first. Dorian, what's good, brother?
Oh yeah, Dorian's home. That's my home team. So I'm happy to have him. I had him in 22. I did okay with him. Man, I'm just glad to have him. I mean, they rebuilt. They got draft capital. Got a lot of salary cap room now, so I can play with them. I can play with them this year. SJ, I don't know much about him. I heard he was really, really Sim, and if you're Sim, it's always a welcome addition to the league. He has Justin Jefferson. He no doubt in Cook, but I think he has a nice young running back over there. Got Danielle Hunter re-signed up. Safety's nice. I think cornerbacks are pretty good, I believe. And then you got Priest, my rival. Can't wait to see you week 1, buddy. No Aaron Rodgers. I like that. But Priest is always tough.
Yeah.
Always tough.
Yeah.
He's strong running game, defense. I mean, the defense can play on its own. He don't even have to do anything. The defense is nasty. And James, I like James. He was it, Giants last year? He was the Giants last year. Really good. Coming to my division. I think he got it I think he got it this year. Season 1, I think he got it. Because the Lions are ready. The Lions are ready. And they also got a rookie running back. That rookie running back, he runs the ball really, really good.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Season 1, I got James.
Okay. I like it. All right, so we'll go ahead now and we will go to my man, Cali Buck. Cali Buck, what you say about this division?
I like it. Priest with his Packers again, favorite team. Dorian back with his favorite team. James, pretty sad with the Giants last year, but I think the Lions have a good roster here. I think it's going to be a good chance for James to be relevant again. He does have 4 rings in the past, so credit to James. I think that he brings a lot to the table here. SJ is their newer guy. He's like the only new guy to join this year, but he comes well recommended. He's done a lot of things in other leagues. I think he's going to bring something to the table here also. But man, Priest is just let's see. I don't know. This one's tough. I like the way Priest drafts. Like, I don't know if it's luck, but man, he always gets monsters in the draft. But starting fresh, it's going to be between James and Dorian, and I'll go with Dorian. I think Dorian's been a little modest here, but Dorian's one of the better users. And there's something about playing with your team. I think your heart's in it every play, and I think you try to represent well, and I think Dorian takes it here, at least season 1.
I like that take, Cali Buck. I like that take, man. That's why I'm taking Dorian as well. The first thing that Dorian said when he came, when we asked him, the first thing he said was, "Dorian's home." That's what he said. Am I mistaken? Am I wrong here? That's the first thing he said.
You ain't wrong.
He said Dorian's home. So because of that alone, and not to mention the fact that you're talking about a team that actually has pieces. You got some pieces on the Bears. There's some major pieces on the Bears. I like what the Bears have to offer. Obviously, you got Fields. Fields is going to be a problem. You got Claypool. Okay, you got Claypool here. You got Mooney here still. You also got Cole Kmet. He's one of the better Madden tight ends. Okay, and a big tight end at that. You know what I mean? I talk about the tight end position a lot, and there's reasons for it. I'm telling you, you guys are going to figure it out when you get your hands on the game. You will figure it out. I promise you. All right? And I'm interested to see, though, what Dorian's going to be able to do with Homer in the backfield. I'm curious. I'm really curious about that. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. The offensive line, they're okay. You know what I mean? Defensively, they're okay. But because of the fact that you have your heart in this team, I think that Dorian's going to do work, and I do think that he is going to win this division. Now, not by a landslide, because when you talk about James with the Lions, okay, I personally feel that the Lions have the best team in this division. I think the Lions have the best team in this division. I like them. And by the way, that running back you're talking about, that's Mohamed Ibrahim. He came out of, if I'm not mistaken, Minnesota. All right, and that dude, 5'8" monster. You hear me? He is a monster. Okay, so running the football, he's going to be solid. He's going to be solid for the Lions. He's definitely going to be solid for them. So I'll give them, their kudos, no doubt about it. They have a couple solid receivers as well too. Dylan Drummond is going to be somebody. Watch out for him. He's going to be a solid one as well. He's not super big, 6 foot, not super big, but it's going to be a solid dude. Packers and Priest. Packers are going to be a problem. Okay, Packers are going to be a problem also. That team, excuse me, that team by himself, man. Defensively, they're going to be okay. Obviously, you got Jair Alexander, one of the better corners in the league. Offensively, you got Christian Watson, you got Romeo Doubs, you got Reed in the slot, you got Musgrave. Musgrave is going to be another tight end that's going to be gonna give people fits if you know how to use them. Let's see if Priest is able to do that. Okay, SJ with the Vikings. I like the Vikings also. I like that team. I just don't think they have with the exception obviously of Jetta, Justin Jefferson. I don't like Jefferson and Hockenson. I think offensively is gonna be it. You know what I mean? Kirk Cousins is just Kirk Cousins. But losing Dalvin Cook, I think we're gonna see a drop off on offense for the Vikings, unless SJ makes some things happen. All right. And defensively, when you talk about Daniil Hunter, always solid. Davenport, always solid. Asamoah the second, he's always solid. There's a lot of pieces that the Vikings have, but this division is all about the heart. This division's all about the heart, and I'm taking Dorian to win this division, season 1, because his heart is going to be into making this team correct. Now, only thing I'll say is, to Dorian is just don't overthink things when you talk about this team, because one false move and you'll be in shambles and you'll be losing to either James or Priest. I'll take James second, Priest third in this division. That's my take on it. So,
all right, I like that.
So now Emo cannot be here, right?
Right, yeah, he's gone.
Okay, perfect. I just want to make sure. All right, cool. All right, so what we'll do is we're gonna keep it pushing here. And again, big shout out to my guy Emo. He was here for half of this thing. He had to bounce out. So again, big shout out to my guy Emo, man, for coming through once again. And let's move on. We got 2 more divisions to talk about, Cali, Buck, and Dorian. We got 2 more to talk about here, and I'm looking forward to talk about it, man. We're gonna talk about this South now. This South is going to be interesting. The South is gonna be interesting here. And Cali know why I'm gonna say the South is gonna be interesting. Because Cali has got none other than his Bucks. We got Scum. And this division is going to be crazy. I can't even keep going. I can't even talk. This division is going to be crazy. Scum and the Panthers. T. Ford taking on the Saints and Tuna and the Falcons. This division, guys, listen. When I saw this division, I'm going to let you guys go first and I'll go last. But when I saw this division, the first thing I said was, damn, Cali and T. Ford in the same division. Damn, what is going to happen here? This is going to be an extremely interesting division to watch throughout the year. Cali, talk to us, brother. What you think about this division?
Well, I'm back with my Bucks. And I gotta say thanks to Brad, man, because he is the other Buccaneer fan here in the league. But man, I just can't play with anyone else. My heart's not there. I'm a one league guy. I help run the league, and I think for me, like one of the perks about running the league was like I gotta have my bucks. Like I do this to have my bucks. And Brad's been great. We hook him up with a good team all the time, but he's good with it. So thanks, Brad, for letting me come back with the Bucks again. If he made an issue of it, then we would work something out. But he's always told me to just take them. So I gotta get that out of the way first.
Yeah.
And then, Ford's back with the Saints. Something that people don't know. So we pick teams, or we assign teams based on top 5 and bottom 5. You're guaranteed to get one team on your top 5 list, or we try as best as we can. This year, 30 out of 32 owners got one of their top 5 teams. So I think that's big. We always try to do that. And then you're guaranteed not to get a bottom 5 team. Ford is the only owner who just leaves it wide open. He never picks a team. He's like, give me the worst team, give me the leftovers, I don't care. And man, that's huge for the league, because in shuffling and trying to make everyone happy, sometimes we end up giving him the worst team, and it's because of his skills and all that. But he's a huge Saints fan. Like, he lives for the Saints, and it's time. Him and I have gone back and forth in different divisions. He's always getting the best of me, of course, but it's good to have him back with the Saints, his favorite team. Tuna, I call him Little Ford. In fact, when Ford wasn't with us for one season or one version, I really had to check IPs because I thought Tuna was T Ford. They have very similar playing styles. Tuna can make some noise, and the Falcons have a decent roster. And Scum, he did well with the Commanders last year. So I think it's going to be a good balanced division when you talk about Cali, Scum, and Tuna. But T4 is we know what he's done. He's going to bring it. 5-time champ. I hate to pick against myself, but you can't pick against Ford. So I think Ford Tough takes it at least season 1 for sure.
I like the call. I like the call on that. I like the call. So let's go ahead and get here now to Dorian. Dorian, what do you think about this division, man?
I'm gonna just get it out the way now. Ford, you got it. All right. I hate he has a pass rusher. He has Cam Johnson. He does really bad things to good people with pass rushing. We saw it. Oh yeah. I was doing the records early today, and my man had 34 sacks with Max Crosby. So that's pretty bad. But T Ford, he got his favorite quarterback. He got Derek Carr. Derek Carr. Yeah. So I think he's going to do really good things. He may draft a quarterback, a 65 overall quarterback, and dominate the league again like he always does. Cali, he's in a rebuilding mode. He got great pieces. Quarterback Baker Mayfield, I haven't really seen anyone do anything with him since Madden 22, when Brad just destroyed the league with the Browns.
Yeah.
His wide receiver got Mike Evans still. King of the high pass, that probably not working in 24, right, Callie? And then you got Scone. Last year he had the Commanders. Last year, Scone had Chase Young, and he ran the table. He was like baby Ford over there in the NFC. He had the Commanders, Chase Young. He was getting 30 sacks. His skills developed over the years well. He was really, really good towards the end of the year. Tuna's Tuna. We call him Baby Ford in 22. 23, he was in and out of the league a little bit. He got the Falcons. That's a really good team to build. Yeah. They got a bunch of young pieces. But, hey, T4 got it season 1.
Hey, I'll say this right now before I make my pick. All right? I like this Falcons team. I like this Tuna team, man. Yeah, man. I like this Falcons team, man. And I'm not sure if you guys, have heard it or been paying attention, man. But Bijan Robinson He is out there he is killing that. I know it's just preseason, it's just camp and this, that, and the third, but every aspect that's going on here with him right now, he is out there killing it. And we all know what happens when that goes down, man. When the updates start coming, Bijan is going to get some serious updates. And Robinson is going to be a guy, I think if I'm not mistaken, he ran like a 4.5 or a 4.4 or 4.5, something like that. 40-yard dash. He's going to have some speed. So, having Desmond Ridder and Robinson back there, he's going to be solid, man. Drake London, he is going to be, to me, I think this year in Madden, he is going to be another version of a Christian Watson. Even though Drake London was actually pretty solid last year as well. So I like what this offense has to offer. And obviously, what would I be without mentioning Kyle Pitts? Kyle Pitts is a cheat code. He's a cheat code. Tight end position, once again. This is a cheat code situation right here. Kyle Pitts is just too much to deal with. Now, the biggest factor for 23 was the high point, as Dorian just discussed. All right, the high point might be gone. We'll see. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, all it takes is an update, and then the high point's back. So we've seen that stuff happen in the past. It's a possibility it can happen. We don't know. We'll see what happens. But Kyle Pitts is a terror to deal with in Madden. So we know what he's going to be all about. And then I believe the Falcons defensively, they picked up Jeff Okudah. So he was on the Lions. Now he's on the Falcons. So they picked up Jeff Okudah. You got AJ Terrell on the other side. You got Alford in the slot corner spot. So this is a good team, man. This is a very good team. And then they also picked up Jesse Bates as well. So this is a good Falcons team. I really, really like this team. All right. Look, Scum with the Panthers. One of the probably, I'll be honest with you. If there's a team that could keep up with the fast-paced Dolphins, it's this team right here. When you got Jackson and J.C. Horn in the corner spot, Chin is fast as well too. All of their corners, lightning fast. They're linebackers. They got speed to them as well too. Shaq Thompson, extremely great linebacker. You got Burns, in the DN spot, solid DN spot. And offensively, they got DJ Chark. They got Hayden Hurst. They got the rookie Young. We'll see how he can develop. We'll see what happens. They picked up Sanders from the Eagles as well. So Miles Sanders is there. He's not the fastest apple in the bunch there, but he's still a solid running back to deal with. Adam Thielen is a Panther as well, so he's going to be in your slot. So you got a veteran in the slot position that's going to be able to help out Scum as well. So I think that this is a team that could definitely put in work. Cali is Cali. Cali does what he does with his Bucks because that's his home. That's his home. Okay, that's who he wants most of the time. Most of the time he gets them. He's got them. He's got pieces to work with on a regular basis with the Bucks. We've seen it time and time again. He worked with Tom Brady for a long time. He got, and did great work with him. Obviously, and now he's got Baker Mayfield. A little bit different, but Baker Mayfield is another guy that Madden-wise is a solid quarterback. We're not talking real life, talking Madden. Madden-wise, he's an extremely solid quarterback. And then also, he's got in the backfield, too. You got to remember Rachaad White. He stepped up to the plate now he's a starter. And I think he's going to be pretty solid for him as well, too, in the running game. Mike Evans and Godwin on that left side. You got Gage on the right side. He's going to be solid. I think that these are guys. And then Cade Otton, he's another sleeper. That's an absolute beast at blocking for the running game. So I'm intrigued to see what he's going to be able to do with Rachaad White, running the football, having a solid tight end that can block the way Cade Otton blocks. I've seen a lot of games and guys and a lot of leagues that teams trade for a guy like Cade Otton, and they trade for him because of his blocking ability for the running game. So with that being said, Cali, he's got a good shot, but T Ford, he's just got too much. He's got too much there, I think, for the first season with the Saints. You got Lattimore, you got a Debo on the other side. You got the Honey Badger Matthew, man. I mean, and then the bookends. You got Granderson and Jordy. You gave, you know what? I'm not even gonna say nothing else. You gave them Granderson and Cameron Jordan as bookends. Y'all saw what he did with the Raiders last year. The dude was an absolute monster. What'd you say? 34 sacks with Max Crosby? Is that what you said, Dorian?
Yep.
That is. Can you imagine what he's gonna do with Cameron Jordan? I mean,
I don't want to.
Oh my gosh! Like, anyway, there's no doubt in my mind. Season 1, I think Cali's gonna keep it close. I think Scum is gonna surprise us, and I think Tuna is gonna, in this division, first year, I think he'll struggle. But T Ford, he's gonna take this division hands down first season, especially if he gets Granderson and Jordan going. Stick a fork in it. This division is definitely T Ford's to lose, period. That's just my take on it. So any last words and anything that you disagree with, Cali? I gotta ask Cali because Cali's in this division.
No, for sure. I think it's a good take. I think the only downfall is I wanted to say the Saints are in cap hell, and that's one thing. Ford is not much of a builder. You know, he in fact he tends to let a lot of players go and just doesn't manage the roster well. But the reason why he does that is because he doesn't need a good roster. I mean, he killed everybody with like a 65 overall quarterback a couple years ago. So I think once he fumbles with the roster is where we'll get a little bit of a window there. So that's what I'm loading up for. Hey, I'm gonna make some trades like I always do. I'm gonna load up, and as soon as Ford, gets his foot off the pedal, then maybe I can sneak in there. I've beat him in the past, not often, but we've been together in the same division before, and you got to root for yourself. So. We'll see what happens.
Indeed, I feel you, Cali. I can't even be mad at that. Big shout out to King West. King West, hit me in Discord. I'll hit you after we're done with this show. But look, this is gonna be a solid division to watch, man. I definitely can't wait for this one. So, all right. So this is the South. So now we're gonna move on to the final division here in the OMFL Madden 24 season, and that is the NFC West. Okay. And I got some things to discuss here as well, too, with these guys. But let's talk about it here real quick. So we got the NFC West here. B-Hud and the Rams, Pro and the Cardinals, Tricky and the Seahawks, and DeMatt and the 49ers. So let's talk to Dorian first in this one. Let me know what you think about this division and the players in this division.
Tricky, this is his second year in a row. He's been wanting these Seahawks since January, since we finished the last year. He has a good roster. Geno Smith's old, but man, this defense is very wow. Yeah, and the offense they got Lockett still, DK. Then they got two good running backs, Ken Walker and the other guy. 49ers, probably one of the best teams out the box in Madden. I mean, their defense is just wow, right? B-Hud, cap, he's gonna have cap issues. He got a old roster. He's gonna have to go ahead and probably strip it down, build it back up. I mean, they don't even have Jalen, but they got Donald, so he can probably trade him or whatever. Got Stafford, Akers, a couple young wide receivers over there. The Cardinals, those wide receivers are crazy fast. He has Kyler Murray. He has Isaiah Simmons. Let's see, Buda Baker still. I mean, he has pieces over there. That's going to be a nice little project for him. And yeah, Pro, I know it wasn't on your list, but he wasn't on your bottom 5. But yeah, I mean, I think I got Tricky first season because he's familiar with the Seahawks. He's more familiar with them than probably everybody else is with their team.
Right. Okay. I like that. So, Cali Buck, what you think about this division?
I think it's actually a pretty even one. I like that the Matt finally gets his 49ers. The 49ers are another team that are on rotation. We have 3 49er fans, Gotti, Gum, and the Matt. So now it's the Matt's turn. Tricky back with the Seahawks, and we know why he's there. He likes those pigs and young players. The Seahawks are pretty stacked. Ehud has the Rams in his top 5, so I think he'll make some noise with them there. And then Pro, although I mentioned 2 owners didn't get a top 5 team, those were the only 2. It was SJ, who's newer to the league, and Pro, who actually was not in the league towards the end, but is back. So due to seniority, he's an admin out there with not getting a top 5. So thank you, Pro, for being a good sport there and understanding. Overall, I think it's pretty even. I don't even know who to pick here. I mean, all these guys are capable of taking the division, but I want to say right now, the 49ers are probably the best roster here, in my opinion, and in my style of play. I mean, they have a monster running back, and the defense is just insane. And take your pick at quarterback. What do you want? You want a mobile quarterback? You want a good pocket quarterback? It's there. They're stacked at quarterback too. So I'm going to go with the Matt and the 49ers, at least season 1.
Okay. I like that take. And you know me, I like to break down some of the key players on each team and everything to kind of, give me an idea on what these guys will be able to do. Because look, I gotta say right now, as far as what Dorian was talking about with the Seahawks, let me put it out there first, because I'm gonna talk about the defense here for the Seahawks for a second. Okay, I'm gonna talk about the defense here for a second. Tariq Woolen got hoed in Madden 24 ratings. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, Tariq Woolen got hoed in Madden 24 ratings. Okay. And I think the primary issue is because of the fact that he's such a fast cornerback is the reason why he got hoed. Because he had a great rookie campaign, okay? And obviously in Madden, he was a terror to deal with as well too. So when you talk about Tariq Woolen on the left side and Michael Jackson on the right side, him coming from the, I believe he came from the Pats, they're going to be a problem defensively. Obviously getting Bobby Wagner as well too, and then dealing with Taylor and the Nwosu, on the edge. This is a defense that is just going to be so tough to deal with. And guys, I know some of you guys have probably already seen it, but you can't throw the ball. You can't throw the ball deep to Tariq Woolen. You can't do it. You can't do it. Like, it's you better have a 99 overall, a 99 overall Tyreek Hill, and even that he'll keep up with him. And you got to understand that the man is 6'4", so he's a terror. He's a terror to deal with in Madden. Okay, so let's put that out there. Defensively for the Seahawks, I think they have the slight edge over the Niners defensively. That's just my opinion. I think they have the slight edge. You know what I mean? In Madden. I'm talking about Madden now, not real life. I'm talking about Madden-wise. I think they have the slight edge. Offensively, Tricky has DK Metcalf. He's got Tyler Lockett still. I know he's old, but he's still got Lockett. He's got Noah Fant in the tight end spot. He's a solid run blocker as well, too. They also have Jackson Smith and Jigba as well. The rookie from Ohio State. So I think that's a guy that might be a good build for Tricky as well. So that, the Seahawks, solid team. When you talk about the Niners, man, when you talk about the Niners, you can't talk about the Niners without talking about Deebo Samuel offensively. George Kittle as well, at the tight end spot. Ayuk as well, too, on the left side. Defensively, they're solid also, yes. Bosa, a complete animal. he is going to be the game changer when you talk defensively. Like I said, I gave Tricky's defense a little bit more, just a smidge higher than the Niners. You know what I mean? But if Bosa has the type of year that he can have year one for the OMFL, which he probably will, let's just keep it a buck. He probably will. You know what I mean? Then you can pick DeMat probably to win this division. But it's going to be based on, what happens with Bosa and in that defense. But they got a solid defense. They got Ward at the cornerback spot. That, you know what I mean? That, Fred Warner, the Mike linebacker. They got Burks with the Sam linebacker spot. They got a solid defense. There's no doubt about it. You know what I mean? You could almost actually call them both even as far as defenses are concerned between the Seahawks and the Niners. But I'm giving a slight edge to Tricky simply because of that cornerback spot. That's pretty much the only reason. It's because of the cornerback spot, in my opinion. All right. B-Hud, he's got a lot to deal with the Rams. Dorian mentioned the cap situation. The cap situation is going to be pretty bad year one. I think year two, they'll be a lot better because they'll get a lot off the books, and I think they'll end up having money come year two. So I think year one, B-Hud is going to have to either try to make some moves. Possibly somebody might try to hit him up for an Aaron Donald, and he'll have to make a decision if he wants to part ways with an Aaron Donald or what kind of money he'll have to give up parting with Aaron Donald. We'll see what happens. Pro with the Cardinals. Pro is going to be, I think Pro has got probably a real good balance of offense and defense here with the Cards. They're not the best team on paper. You know what I mean? They're not the best team on paper, but I think they have, Madden-wise, a solid core that they can definitely work with. The Cardinals, obviously a lot of speed on the wide receiver spot with Pascal and Brown and also Rondale Moore as well. Connor is a north-south running back. He's not a guy that's going to be about speed there. They still got Zach Ertz, which is always a solid tight end in the game of Madden. And their offensive line, not too bad. Will Hernandez, keep an eye on him as your right guard spot. Will Hernandez, he's the next giant. He's got a work ethic to him, and he's a guy that if you can get him built up, especially the way Madden is this year, I think that he can build this offensive line immensely. Defense-wise, a little bit of a struggle there for the Cards. Isaiah Simmons, he's playing full blast, free safety spot. That's their strongest suit, is the free safety and strong safety spot with Buda Baker and Isaiah Simmons. But other than that, I think everybody else are like, you know what I mean? But again, he's got a solid team to deal with. But I gotta pick somebody to win this division. I know I went long-winded on that one. I'm taking Tricky season 1 to win this division here for the NFC West. I'm going Tricky, and I think DeMat will be a close second. Probably lose it by a game or maybe 2 games. But I think more than likely by a game. I think Tricky and DeMat, they're gonna go neck and neck in this division, but Tricky takes it season 1. So that's my take on that one. So any last words before we move on to what we're gonna talk about as far as week 1 is concerned?
No, that's pretty much it. I mean, I think I'm gonna add on the Pro a little bit. I think he runs the ball really well. And if Connor's not the kind of runner he probably draft one, and then he'll start working from there. Yeah. And the north-south running backs, I think they're going to be solid. You know what I mean? So I think he'll be okay with Connor. You ain't got to worry about the speed, but as long as he moves the chains, I mean, that's all that matters. You know what I'm saying? He just move these chains. Very true.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, man. But look, that's your NFC West, guys. That's your NFC West. So, real quick here, because we're pretty much done. We obviously we're gonna talk here real quick about week 1. So week 1 is gonna be there's some interesting, and I don't know if you guys took a look at it or not yet, but I'll put some stuff up here and then we'll kind of take a look. And you guys in the chat, let me see what you guys think about these week 1 matchups here as well too. Who you think is going to win what and what have you. But we're going to show them here real quick, give you guys, a quick take on week 1 here in the OMFL. So again, big shout out to all you guys, man, that stay true here and vibe with us here on Snipes TV here on Twitch and YouTube. Again, thank you guys so much for the follows, the likes, the subs, everything else. I know I didn't get to everybody, that's following and everything. I just want to thank all you guys for following. I hope you guys enjoy what we got going on here right now and also coming up for the Madden 24 season. So, all right, look, let's move on here, guys. You guys ready to go over week 1 a little bit?
Oh, yeah, let's go.
All right, let's go. All right, so week 1, it's going to start with these few games right here. Week 1 OMFL games. We got James and the Lions going to be taking on TJ and the Chiefs. So what you guys say about that particular game?
Oh, well, I don't know. That's a good one, actually. I think James probably come out the gates running the ball, but TJ is a really good passer. So, I don't know. You know what? That's the NFC North. I'm going with TJ.
Okay.
I want James to lose every game.
Cali Buck, what you think about this particular game?
Yeah, I'm gonna agree here. TJ's got the better roster right now. I think he comes off the gate strong. I think James is gonna take a week or 2 or a little more to figure it out. But yeah, TJ for sure here.
All right. Yeah, I got that. I think I got TJ getting this one as well too. James is gonna have to figure out the lines a little bit. I think TJ will win this one here in week 1. He's got the better roster, no doubt. Scum taking on Tua in a divisional matchup with the Panthers and the Falcons. So, what you think about this one here, Dorian? Dorian here?
I'm gonna probably take Tuna. I like that defense. I mean, I like their team. I like that young team. That's a nice team.
Okay. You're going Tuna in this one. What say you, Callie?
I'm rooting for a tie here, but I'm gonna go with Tuna as well. I think better roster off the gate. Scum does start a little slow, so yeah, for sure Tuna here.
And you know what? I was going to actually say the same thing as well, too. Seeing Scum in the past, in the beginning of seasons, it starts off a little bit slow. I'm going Tuna in this one, too. So it's going to be all 3 of us here picking Tuna to win that one. Stealth and the Bengals taking on Kiko and the Browns in another division matchup. What you guys think about that one? We'll start.
I got an upset. I got Kiko winning this one. He's gonna run him down. Nick Chubb just gonna be too much.
Okay. What you say, Callie?
I think Stealth comes out strong, and he sends a message that this is his division to lose. This is the only unanimous division champ we all picked, so he's gonna send a message week 1.
Okay. And for me, because of the fact that we all picked Stealth in week 1, I'm taking Kiko to win with this week 1 game. I'm gonna pick Kiko to win this game. And I think it's gonna be the Chubb factor. I do. I think it's gonna be the Chubb factor, and we'll see if he's a bad Chubbs. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens there in that one. So Brad now and the Jacksonville Jaguars gonna be taking on Sev and the Colts. So what do you think about this one here, Cali Buck?
This is a close one, man. It's gonna be. I'll tell you one thing. I'll be watching. I'm gonna go with Brad here.
Okay.
It could be a toss-up, coin flip, but I'll go with Brad.
Okay. All right. So Dorian, what you think about this one?
Yeah, this is definitely a Snipers nominee right here. Man. Well, I'll probably go with Brad. He has the better team out the box. So yeah, I go with Brad.
Okay. I'm going Brad as well. Too. I like this team. I like the Colts team also. I think the Colts are a very, very good team. I think Sev is just gonna have to, work it out, work the kinks out first few weeks, and I think Brad will end up coming out on top in this one for week 1. So that's gonna be some of your week 1 games. We're gonna move on to the next set here. Because we do got a lot of games. We do have a lot of games, obviously. There's no bye weeks at all in week 1, obviously. So we're going to keep it pushing here and move on to the next set of games here. So Cali Buck and the Bucks taking on SJ and the Vikings. Cali, Got to talk to you about this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick myself just because SJ's our newer guy here, playing against the commissioner. If I was him, I'll probably be a little nervous there, trying to, put on a good show for the commissioner. So, I think he's gonna, outthink himself here, and I'll go with the Bucks on this one.
All right, Dorian, what you think about this one?
Just so you know, I'm never picking any NFC North teams besides mine. So, Cali, there you go.
I'll take it, Dorian. Thank you.
Well, there it is. There it is. Well, we're unanimous on that one. I'm going Cali Buck at this one as well, too. I just think they got the better team in general. And obviously, Cali Buck is a player that he strikes gold. He's going to strike while it's hot. We know that here. And I think he'll take this week 1 matchup. JB and the Titans taking on T Ford and the Saints. And I'm pretty sure. I think I know. Whoa. I can't say that yet because somebody has a boy that is in this game. So let's talk to Dorian. Dorian, what you think about this one?
I'm gonna probably go with. Wow. I think I'm gonna go with T4, man. I think T4. I think he's ready. I think he's ready. He's been labbing. I think JB has a great ground game, but T4 just his air game is just crazy. So
yeah. What you think about this one, Callie?
One word: T4.
Hey, 2 words: T4. I gotta go T4 to this one. I gotta go T4 to this one as well too. I think T4 is gonna dominate this game here. I'm intrigued to see what's gonna happen with the running game though, with Derrick Henry. I want to see what JB could do with that, but I think T4 will take with this week 1 game. To Matt and the 49ers taking on Chris and the Steelers. So what say you about this one, Callie?
It's very even, man. I'll tell you what. I think we've gotten to the point where there are no easy games here. I think the Matt takes this one. He's got his 49ers finally, and I think he's gonna come out strong.
Okay. What about you, Dorian?
I'm gonna take Chris D. He's had the Steelers since, like I said, he's had the Steelers since I've been here. I mean, he knows what works. So I'm gonna take Chris D.
Okay.
For the upset.
Okay. I'm gonna stick with the Madden in this one. I just like his team a lot more here. I will take the Matt to win this one, and he'll go 1-0 in week 1. So we're gonna move on to Pro and the Cards taking on Mickey and the Commanders. What say you about this one, Dorian?
Mickey is. I can't. I guess I'm gonna go with Mickey. I mean, he has the Commanders. He has a better team than Pro. I think Pro gonna be figuring it out. But yeah, I got Mickey.
All right, Callie.
I'll go on record to say that I would never pick against Mickey. This is, a couple years in the making. Mickey's going to come back and show he's dominant. He's going to be ready. He's anxious to get started. And Pro, I respect your skills, but this is not going to be close.
Yeah, I personally think that this is not going to be close either. I think that Mickey's going to dominate this game. He's got the better team across the board. I just really think that he's gonna he's definitely gonna dominate this game. So I am definitely, no doubt about it, going Mickey in this one. So that's gonna do it for that particular setup there. So let's move on to some more games, because we still got 8 more games remaining to discuss, and then we'll be done here for the night. But we got Emo and the tough Texans here taking on Puba and the Baltimore Ravens. So, Callie, what you think about that game?
Like I said, Puba's gonna throw a lot of picks. I think, we saw what he did last year with the Cardinals and Murray, and 70 picks. You don't go from throwing that many picks to getting it all together, especially with the quarterback that's going to be a runner and is not that accurate. I think Puba's going to take a while to adjust, and Emo is going to just run away with this one.
Okay. And Dorian, what you think about this one?
Yeah, I think Emo's probably gonna he's gonna win this game with defense. I think he's gonna probably capitalize on Puba's mistakes, just plain emo ball, and he's probably gonna squeak the victory out.
And you know what? And you know, I'm gonna take Emo in this game too, just because of the fact that I'm just intrigued to see what's gonna happen with Puba and being able to pass the football with Lamar Jackson and see what he could do with that offense passing the football. I think Emo just has a solid defense, and I think at the end of the day, he's gonna pull off this victory. I think he'll squeak it out. I don't think it's gonna be a landslide victory, but I think Emo will squeak it out. So we're all in favor of Emo in that one. Priest and the Packers taking on Dorian and the Bears. So the official Week 1 Packers-Bears matchup. Dorian, talk to us with this one.
I hate betting on myself because it's like a lot of pressure, but I think it's gonna be a good match. I think me and Priest we got history, so I think if I do win, it'll probably be a 3-point game, something like that. I think I'll take it. I'll take me.
Okay. What about you, Callie?
Yeah, I'll take the Bears also. I think Priest is historically he has a slow first season, then he has a monster draft, and then he's relevant season 2 and on. So I think history comes back around. So Dorian's going to take this one.
Okay. I actually like Dorian in this one as well too. Again, I talked about heart, and I think that that's one of those games that he's going to come out and he's going to just kind of figure some things out. Priest has got a good team, man. Priest can win this game. He could definitely win this game. Yeah, he's got a very good team. This Packers team is very good. But I think Dorian, will get the heart involved, and I'm gonna pick Dorian to win this one for Week 1.
Well, I heard somebody in the chat said the heart hurts, so I'm watching. I'm listening. So.
Well, we'll see, man. We'll definitely see, no doubt about it. So, Callie K and the Raiders taking on Manny and the Broncos here. Dorian, what you think about that particular game?
I think Manny gonna come out the gates. He gonna be blitzing like crazy. He gonna create a lot of pressure on Callie Carpenter, and I think Manny he gonna take it. He gonna take the win.
Okay. What about you, Callie?
I think Manny's back after having to live with T Ford and Brad in his division. I think Manny wants to be relevant, and he's gonna get off. He's gonna start on the right foot here and take this one.
Okay. We're gonna go all out, and I'm picking Manny to win this one as well too. This Broncos team is pretty solid. The Raiders team is not bad either, Madden wise. They're definitely not bad either. But I like this team. I like this defense of the Broncos. I'm picking Manny to win this one as well too. I think it's gonna be a close game. But I will take Manny to win this one. Bibby and the Eagles taking on Mugga and the Pats. This is gonna be a tough game right here to call. Dorian, what's your take in this one?
I got Mugga. Mugga's ready. Bibby, he been on vacation, so he's gonna take a little while for him to get acclimated. But Mugga's ready.
Okay. What about you, Callie?
No, I got Bibby here. Not even close. I think Mugga had a sneaky good team last year. The Panthers were pretty good on paper. They had some good players. I think Mugga's going to struggle not only this game but all year with that division. So Mugga gets back down to earth here with the bad Patriots team. So Bibby's going to run away with this one.
Okay. I like the Eagles as well too. I like Bibby. Bibby's he's got a stacked team. I think if you're remotely decent at the game, you should be able to win a Week 1 game like this against this Patriots team. Again, it is about the user. There's no doubt, and Mugga is a great, solid user. But I think that just the talent of the Eagles alone, and the speed of some of these receivers. Again, Quez Watkins, AJ Brown, guys like that, lightning fast on this team. And you're gonna have that. They do have one corner. I think it's a rookie corner on the Patriots. It's like a 95 or 96 speed, something like that. But other than that, what are you gonna do defensively against this Eagles offense? And then defensively, they're extremely stout as well too. Their front four is just nuts. So I just really think at the end of the day, I think Bibby's gonna take this one. So yeah, I definitely got Bibby winning this game. So last slate of games coming up here for week 1 here for the OMFL. We got B-Hud and the Rams taking on Tricky and the Seahawks. I've been talking a lot about the Seahawks already, guys. I'm gonna let you guys know right now, I'm taking the Seahawks to win this one hands down. I think Tricky has the better team. So what say you, Dorian?
Same. That team is crazy. So I got Tricky as well.
Definitely. What about you, Callie?
I'm rooting for B-Hut. Nice guy, quiet, always down to business, gets it done. Good owner, but Tricky's gonna win this one.
All right, so Tricky across the board for that one. Dynasty and the Cowboys taking on Term and the Giants. I went on record to say earlier to Term, I'm rooting for you, and I'm rooting for you in this one too. I need you to surprise everybody today. Week 1, I'm going Giants and Term in this one. Knock Dynasty down just a smidge. I think Dynasty will still be solid throughout the year, but I'm going week 1, Term, having a big game with Saquon Barkley in week 1. What say you, Callie?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to bet against the champ here. Dynasty took the division a couple times. I think with that roster and his skills, I think he comes out the gate strong.
Okay. What about you, Dorian?
Oh yeah, I'm taking Dynasty as well. He had a strong 23 with those Cowboys, so I think he's gonna win this one.
Definitely. All right, so look, Term, don't prove me wrong here, man. Don't prove me wrong here. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure you get out here and get this dub, man. Get this dub for your boy Snipes. So I'll cry if you get this dub. I'm telling you. All right, look, Bates and the Dolphins here taking on Air Up and the Chargers. I was about to call them the San Diego Chargers. I don't know why I do that from time to time. But what about you in this one, Dorian? What you think about this game?
I feel like Bates will probably come out with this one just because that team is just fast. So I got Bates.
All right, Callie, what you think about this one?
Yeah, I think Bates takes this one. He's ready. First time with a really good team. I think Bates is going to take this one for sure.
Okay. I'm going Bates as well. TT. I think he's going to get it done for him today. So, I'm going Bates in this one. Speed kills. No doubt about it. And the Chargers are solid. There's no doubt about that. They have a stout team. But I think speed kills, and I think that Bates could pull this off here for week 1. Final game to discuss here. Gaddy and the Buffalo Bills taking on Bud Bowl and the New York Jets. I'm going on record right now. I need Gaddy to win this game. As the Bills being my second team, number 1. But more importantly, I just think Bud Bowl, I think he's going to be pretty solid, but I think he's just going to have to just work things out with the Jets a little bit before starting to get some wins. So I'm going week 1, Gaddy, with this win here. What do you think about it, Dorian?
I definitely agree. I got Gaddy winning week 1. I mean, that team is nasty. Josh Allen is, it's something about those X Factor quarterbacks that you can't get with nobody else. So I got Gaddy.
And what about you, Callie Buck?
Hey, remind me again, who's on the cover this year?
Mr. Allen himself, Josh Allen.
Enough said.
Well, there it is. Everybody picking Gaddy to win that particular week 1 matchup. So, look, those are your week 1 games for the OMFL. Look, guys, y'all got to get out here and put the work in. Prove us wrong if you got to prove us wrong. If we didn't pick you, you have an opportunity here to really do some big things here this season. I do want to say real quick before we get out of here for this team reveal show that I'm honored to work with you guys once again for 4 straight seasons, and definitely looking forward to some great calls on Thursday nights here on Snipes TV, and definitely looking forward to getting some great games, man, getting some great content with the OMFL. And I think we had a successful show today. So what do you guys say before we get on out of here?
Yeah, I think it was great. It was good. Good way to, broadcast our league. It's my favorite league. So I love it. And, thank you, for taking your time to doing this.
Oh, no doubt, man. No doubt at all, man. Callie, what you got to say, brother, before we get out of here?
Hey, man, first and foremost, thank you for your time. I know you're a busy guy. Glad to be collaborating with you again. I want to thank everybody who donated cash. We got to pay the man because he earns his money. And in 2 days, we were able to hit our goal. That shows, how good this league is, how good, passionate the owners are. And hey, Dorian, Emo, and I have been working already. The game's not even out. We've already been working. The stage is set. Everything's ready. Teams are assigned. Now it's time to just put in work. Go out there and have some fun. Season 15, year 15. Let's get it.
Season 60.
Man.
That's right.
Yeah.
Season 60.
Yeah.
All documented history, by the way. All documented user history. We never sim. Every champion, all records are maintained back to season 1.
Hey, you can't beat it, man. You can't beat it. Look, guys, man, look, as I stated earlier, I'm so happy to still be working with you guys, man. And again, 4 seasons for the Madden 24 season, man. It's going to be kicking off real soon. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, we are 9 days away, before getting the early bird specials for you guys that purchase the early bird specials. I think most of you guys on PlayStation got the 50% off because of a league going down or whatever. So I think everybody's already set, and they got their games ready to go. So, man, I'm so looking forward to get some calls in with you guys, man. I cannot wait to get this thing started. So, real quick before we get out of here, do you guys have an official date that you will be starting the league? Are you going to be waiting until a update pops up, or how are you guys doing that before we get on out of here?
I think we try to get started right off the bat, unless it's like a crazy update that's going to affect the gameplay or the CFM. But bearing any like draft glitch or anything like that, we get started right off the bat with default rosters, preseason rosters, always full control. You got to cut down from 90 and start building the team from day 1. So that's how we do it, and that's how we're going to keep doing it.
All right. Well, there you have it. Everybody. So look, with that being said, man, look, I had a fantastic time with everybody here in the chat. Big shout out to everybody that followed. I see Poet Meech followed, Have Emotion, Jaron, Big Lamar, Everett, Mike J Media, Manny, Demond also followed. Your boy followed, V-Raids followed, and Chi-Chi followed as well too. Guys, thank you so much for the follows, man. Greatly appreciate y'all with the follows, the likes, the subs, everything else. Shout out to everybody on YouTube that tuned in here live as well. Thank you guys so much for all the subs as well. Make sure on YouTube that you guys hit that like button. It definitely helps out the algorithm here for YouTube. We're trying to get that thing built up and good to go here as well. And we're trying to build the YouTube phase as well, because there's a lot of stuff that we'll be able to do on YouTube that we can't do here, and then vice versa. So we're going to be working in cahoots with each other between Twitch and YouTube, and I need you guys to be a part of that, no doubt about it. So again, thank you guys so much for a fantastic night here for the Madden 24 reveal show. We are going to get on out of here. Guys, look, Dorian, I know Emo's not here, but Dorian, Emo, Cali Buck, thank you guys again so much for tuning in. Greatly appreciate you guys again coming through, man, and vibing with us. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
All right. Appreciate you guys as well, too. So with that being said, we're going to get on out of here. You guys take care, be blessed, and we will catch you guys in the next one when we get some games going. Finally. I can't wait, guys. Don't forget, 10:15 p.m. Eastern time on Thursday nights. It goes down here live on Snipes TV. All right? We're going to get on out of here. You guys take care, and we'll catch you in the next one. Slide, folks.